Module 1, Section 4, and this is going to be Objective 7. And it says, understand and calculate the perimeter of closed figures. So what is perimeter? Okay, let's read through this problem and it'll probably get us set in the right direction. So Mary needs to put a fence around her garden and try to keep out the rabbits. The garden is a rectangle that measures 12 feet by 10 feet. Determine how much fencing she will need. Use the space provided to draw a picture. Okay. Fence goes all the way around the outside of a shape, right? Okay, so let me show you one thing. Perimeter, here's kind of a trick. Perimeter is right around the rim. Okay, so all you want is around the rim of the shape. You don't want anything inside, you just want the rim. Okay, so now let's draw it like they said. So it's a 12 foot by 10 foot, so it's not quite as wide as it is long, right? So this is 12 feet and this is 10 feet. It's rectangular, so I made it basically right angles. And because I know it's a right angle, it's a rectangle, I don't have to put a 10 foot here and I don't have to put 12 feet here because I know the sides of rectangles are the same shape or same size, right? In the rectangular shape, they will always be the same size. If you want to, by all means, write it in. Okay, there's no reason not to if you're more comfortable putting them in. Okay, so I just drew my picture. Now it says determine how much fencing she will need. So let's figure it out. If the fencing starts right here and it goes down this side, and this side, and then back to where you started, can you see how you're going to have to add that up, right? Because we're going to go these 12, and then we're going to add the 10, and then we're going to add the 12, and then we're going to add the 10 and be done. So we're going to go around this way. Okay, so that's my plan, is to just add them all up. And they're all close to 10, right? So 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. We're going to have something close to 40 feet. Okay, let's do this. We got a whole bunch of different ways we could do it, and I'll show you a few. So we just do 12 plus 10 plus 12 plus 10, right? Add them all up. So 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 is 4. And 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. And it's close to our 40 feet, so I think we're good. So we need 44 feet of fencing around the garden. Okay, so that's one way. Okay, because we're adding, we can add them in different orders, can't we? So what if I were to add the two 12s first? So 12 plus 12 is 24. And then add the two 10s and get 20. And then add those two together. I'd still get the 44 feet, wouldn't I? Okay. Remember how I said at the beginning that you don't have to write the second one? So let's get rid of those. Whoops. And you only have 2. I know that this is the same as this, and this is the same as this, right? So I'm going to add these 2 together and then double it because that would represent these 2. So 10 plus 12 is 22. And now I have 2 22s. So 44. Multiple ways of getting the same answer. Okay, example 6. Find the perimeter of each closed figure. Here's the first one. So the perimeter is the sum of all the sides, as they said right here. Okay, I'm not going to worry about estimating this one because there's a lot to worry about, and that would just be doing two entire problems. So let's just go ahead and do this one. Okay, now if they started at 13 and then 2, 8, 8, 2, 13, where did they start? They started at the 13, and then it looks like they're going to add the 2, the 8, another 8, another 2, another 13, and then the 5. So you go all the way around, get back to where you started. So here's all of theirs to give you 51. Okay, I would add the 2 and the 8 to get a 10. This 2 and the 8 gives you a 10. Maybe 13 and 13. You could possibly do that in your head and get 26. And then the 5. So 10, 20, 46, and then you could just count up 5 and get to 51. Okay, here's another shape. Doesn't matter where you start? Absolutely not. I tend to start in the first corner that you come to, which is, right here. If this is the problem, that's where the problem starts to me. So I would probably go this way. But you could go down first if you wanted. You could start down here if you wanted. But either way, you're going to go all the way around the shape and add them all up. Okay, so that's my plan of attack. So if I did 35, add, I'm going around, so I'm just going to go 35 and then each one of them all the way around. 35, add 5, add 33, add 5, add 2, add 10, and I'm back where I started. Okay, so now let's find an easy way of adding these numbers up. Okay, I know I have a 5 and a 5. That's not too bad, right? So 5 and a 5 is a 10. What if I added 33 and 2? That would give me 35. Is that necessary? Not really, but I notice I have another 35 over here, so I'm going to bring it down as well and just leave it as 35. So this one just came down. And I have the 10 at the end that's still missing, right? So we'll just bring it down. And now I'm going to add all of those together. Okay, so because it's add, I can do them in any order. So I'm going to do the 35 and 35 is 70. And if you don't know that in your head, you can line them up. So 10, carry 1, 3 plus 3 is 6, add 1 is 7. And then I can add 10 and another 10 easily. So that's 90. Did it all in my head. Oh, we didn't estimate, and that's okay on these, like I said, because that would be 2 complete perimeter problems. So if you get something that is way out, I've got 1,000 and something, that's kind of weird. So if you get something too large, double check and make sure you line things up properly and all of that, okay? Okay, another shape. So triangle. Now this inches should be up here, shouldn't it? Okay. Okay, that looks better to me. All right, so we're going to find the perimeter, so we're just going to add all 3 sides. It doesn't matter where you start, so let's just start where I did there. So we're going to do 7 first. So 7 plus, now the bottom is 12, plus the other side is 9. Okay, so how are we going to make this easy? How about if we add 7 and 9 first, so that's 16, and then add 12 to that. I don't know if that's any easier than anything else. So 16 and 12, if you can't do it in your head, there you go. It's 28, and those are inches. Okay, now this page is finding rectangle perimeters. So this is like the first one. If you notice, they only have it written once. So if you want to add it a second time, just to make it easier for you, go for it, okay? Whatever makes you more comfortable. Okay, so on A, we've got 16 plus 9 plus 16 plus 9. Okay, that's not very easy. So I'm going to do 16 plus 9, I see happens twice. So 16 plus 9, we get 15, 25. So that means this is 25, and so is this, which makes that one pretty easy now. It's 50 centimeters. Not too bad, huh? Okay, I'm going to do this other one just a little bit differently so you can see another option. Okay, so 14 inches there, 13 inches. You guys know the shortcut for writing inches is like that, right? Okay. So this one is going to 13, 14, 13, 14. Add them up. Okay, so there's 7 and another 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones, so it's just 54. 54 inches on that one. Okay, so your answer is on that one, and circling your answer or boxing your answer, especially when you have all of this work all over the place, being able to find your answer instead of thinking it's the 25, that it's actually the 50 centimeters, it'd be nice to circle it, box it, something, okay? All right, and that's all of this one.